Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our show tonight, some breaking news out of North Sarasota. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is currently on scene investigating shots fired near the Honore and Wilkinson Road intersection. That scene is currently active. Media has been advised to stay clear of the area. At this time, it is unclear if there are any victims. A press briefing has been scheduled for 7:15 tonight. We will keep you updated as more information becomes available on this developing story. In other news, a 19-year-old is in critical condition after an early morning shooting up in Palmetto. The victim telling detectives the incident happened near the 21st Street West in Palmetto after that victim was brought to a nearby hospital around 4 a.m. A neighbor who lives in that area tells us the victim was inside of a car when they were shot, and it may have been an incident of road rage. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office has not confirmed these details. The Florida Highway Patrol is asking for your help after a fatal hit-and-run crash killed a man in Bradenton this morning. The victim was walking in the northbound lane of 15th Street East, just south of 44th Avenue East, when a vehicle struck and killed him. That vehicle fled the scene before troopers could arrive. Anyone with information on this case is asked to contact the Manatee County Crime Stoppers at the number listed on your screen. That number is 866-634-TIPS. Well, a Manatee County couple is safe and sound after running into not one, but two hurricanes while they were in the Caribbean. And if that already sounds impressive, imagine their only permanent shelter through that storm was a sailboat that they had been living on for months. ABC 7's Erica Jackson shows us the conditions they endured and how they survived.
They endured Hurricane Irma when it was a Category 5 storm through St. Martin. They documented their journey and shared it with the world through Facebook and YouTube.
Let's do it. Let's rock this amazing and crazy adventure.
It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Straight out of college with minimal responsibilities, couple Ariana Zaya and Christian Hightower bought a boat, took a 2-day sailing course, and began sailing from Grenada to Florida.
We probably would have made it home just safe. Fine. So we had that mentality.
But about 8 months into their journey, the couple learned of Hurricane Irma forming in the Atlantic. They sat through the hurricane in a bathroom in St. Martin rather than return to Florida.
Our boat was going to get destroyed, and then we were going to get home, and then we were going to have to get evacuated to watch our home get destroyed.
I was worried that the ceilings were just going to cave in, and that was going to be it.
Hey guys, we're here at Hurricane Irma. We're in the middle of it. It's crazy.
Zaya and Hightower survived the deadly storm and were evacuated from the island 10 days later, forcing them to move on without 4 bags of their belongings and their dependable boat, Mischief.
We did what we could to secure the boat, but there was nothing stopping 250-mile-an-hour winds.
The couple traveled to Puerto Rico, where Zaya decided to pause her adventure. Hightower stayed behind, coming face to face with Hurricane Maria.
You literally walk down the road and you'll see 12 to 14 people that all lived in the same house, and they're picking up all their stuff and they're bawling, they're crying, they've lost everything.
The pair was unable to communicate for 5 days because of the destruction. Hightower returned home after 6 weeks, and now the two plan to set sail again in the coming months.
Even though we're only 23, I think we've aged at least 10 years
yeah.
After this whole experience.
Life is slowly getting back to normal for the couple. On Friday, they received one of their bags, which they abandoned while leaving St. Martin, and they plan to return to the island within the next few weeks to bring what's left of their boat back to Florida. Reporting in Manatee County, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Erica Jackson, thank you very much. And things are heating back up a little bit out in the tropics. Wendy Ross is back in for us tonight with our first alert weather forecast. Wendy, welcome back.
Adam, thank you. Can you believe we're talking about Tropical Storm Philippe? It formed at 5 o'clock this afternoon, and it's now moving towards the north, and you can see it 29 miles per hour with 40-mile-per-hour winds. Here's the system now over Cuba, and it is good. The good news for us is that it is going to be moving very quickly towards the north and then making a sharp turn out into the Atlantic. So it's going to be glancing off the southeastern coastline of Florida. There are tropical storm warnings in effect along the east coast of Florida. We along the west coast have our areas under a small craft advisory is what we have for our region. And so you can see all of the wet weather that has been demonstrated across central central and south Florida as a result of all this tropical moisture. And then in addition to that, we've got a cold front that's going to be moving down across the state throughout the nighttime hours, and that's going to help to move Philippe out into the Atlantic, where it's going to be moving away from us and certainly out into the Atlantic where it will eventually die out. But we are going to be looking at some cooler weather and some windy conditions. We'll let you know how cool it's going to get for tomorrow. That's all coming up in just a minute. Adam?
All right, thank you very much, Wendy. Well, in other news, police on alert tonight in Tennessee as white nationalists rallied in the city streets. But counter-protesters were quick to confront them. ABC's Brad Milkey shows us the latest.
God save the South!
Dueling rallies in Tennessee. Demonstrations by white nationalists confronted by counter-protesters in 2 cities near Nashville.
Because I hate racist people. We don't need it in our town.
The white nationalists waving Confederate flags, displaying Nazi salutes. The counter-protesters holding signs and chanting back,
"Racist, repent." These are American streets. They don't belong to fascists. They don't belong to white supremacists. They don't belong to neo-Nazis. They should be ashamed to come out in public.
The 2 groups separated by barriers, police closing the street between them, standing at the ready. A similar scene in a nearby city. Police separating a smaller group of white nationalists from a larger group of counter-protesters.
When it comes to it, I'm proud to be white. I believe in white pride. I believe in our nation.
It's gotten ridiculous lately how much people just hated on people being white.
Some people coming over to try to bridge the divide, but neither side willing to give ground. Brad Milkey, ABC News, New York.
And back here at home, as part of National Drug Take Back Day, several local law enforcement agencies are starting to get busy throughout our community. Officers dispose of their unwanted prescription drugs. The Bradenton Police Department setting up drop-off locations at the Walgreens on State Road 64 in Bradenton. Last April, 900,000 pounds of prescription drugs were collected at almost 5,500 sites across the state of Florida.
So far, we've had a good turnout. I just changed out the second bag, and we're doing good. We've had probably about 30 people now come by with pills to give away.
And if you missed your chance to drop off some prescriptions today, you can always dispose of those unwanted drugs in the lobby of the Bradenton Police Department, located at 100 10th Street West in Bradenton at any time, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. That service is free and anonymous. Well, several Booker High School football players and students from across the county got a little taste of what it means to be in law enforcement today. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office holding its annual Rightful Policing Workshop. That event taking teens through a series of different scenarios, including traffic stops, domestic disturbances, fingerprinting, a crime scene, and even speaking to the media. The goal of the program to give students some insight into the day-to-day life of an officer. Well, Fred Atkins Park in Sarasota reopening earlier today. The park, located on US 301 and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Way, was closed all week so the gazebo could be replaced with a new seating area. The renovation comes as an important step in the overall goal to restore the MLK corridor to what it once was, a vibrant destination to shop, eat, and relax. A first-of-its-kind event gathered the interest of people of all ages today, the Age-Friendly Sarasota Festival, bringing all kinds of people out to the Sarasota County Fairgrounds at Roberts Arena. And Roberts Arena. That's where more than 100 exhibits were set up to promote age-friendly planning and practices that are incorporated throughout the community.
I'm also flabbergasted by the number of volunteers they've organized for this. People have really gotten behind it. It looks like it got a decent crowd, so I think it's probably been a big success.
I didn't really know what I was walking into when I was coming to this. I didn't really know what age-friendly festival meant, but it's really cool to see all the little kids and all the senior citizens. There's something for everyone to do.
Of the variety of exhibits, visitors had the chance to engage with aerial yoga, education about special animals, and even a meet and greet booth from ABC 7 were among those. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, reports that the first charges have been filed in the investigation into Russian election meddling. Plus, breast cancer survivors strut proudly through Nathan Benderson Park to raise valuable research dollars. Stick around.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills, wow, stop stains, and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 3 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
Many websites selling medication may look professional and legitimate, but the vast majority of sites selling prescription drugs are doing so illegally. Criminals use websites to sell counterfeit medications that may contain life-threatening toxins. Dot Pharmacy is a website verification program that helps you identify safe and trustworthy online pharmacies. Purchasing medicine online can be safe and easy. Just look for pharmacy to the right of the dot in website addresses.
Game on, Suncoast. Get scores and highlights from the area's top high school matchups on Football Friday night, just after the news at 11:15. Sponsored by your local Honda dealers.
Welcome back. There are reports that the first charges have been filed in the investigation into Russian election meddling. This as the special counsel has been looking into whether there was any collusion with the Trump campaign. ABC's Gloria Riviera poses the question, could the first arrest in this case be just days away?
President Trump spending the day at his golf club in Virginia, even as headlines swirl about potential charges coming in the special counsel's investigation into Russia.
Well, once these special prosecutors start going, it's very unsettling for White Houses.
The president has yet to react to reports that a federal grand jury approved the first charges in Robert Mueller's investigation. ABC News has learned that Mueller's team in recent days has sought charges against at least one unidentified target, with an indictment announcement and arrest possibly coming as early as Monday, sources say. The spokesman for the special counsel's office declined to comment. So far, no reports of exactly what those charges may be. Those indictments are reportedly still sealed under orders from a federal judge.
We know that attorneys from Mueller's office were at the federal courthouse here in D.C. on Friday.
Trump has long dismissed the Russia probe as a political distraction and denied any collusion with the Russian government.
The whole Russian thing was an excuse for the Democrats losing the election, and it turns out to be just one excuse.
The White House continuing to echo that message.
Our position hasn't changed since day one.
Mueller was appointed special counsel in May, the main part of his investigation focusing on Russia's interference in the 2016 presidential election and possible collusion. He has also been investigating the financial dealings of a number of key Trump associates, including former campaign manager Paul Manafort and former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. Sources close to Manafort say they have been given no indication any charges against him are imminent.
This is a reminder that Mueller's investigation is sweeping, complicated, and those who are being investigated are in legal jeopardy.
Gloria Riviera, ABC News, Washington.
And back here at home on the lighter side of things, there was a sea of pink taking over Nathan Benderson Park in Sarasota. Thousands gathering for the American Cancer Society's annual Making Strides Against Breast Cancer walk. That walk consisting of cancer survivors and people looking to support friends and loved ones.
I think it's amazing that everybody's coming together for this cause.
It's pretty awesome being out here and supporting this cause as well.
A lot of people showing up today, unbelievable. I think up to 20,000 plus for a great cause. Benderson Park, an amazing venue too. This is the first time they've done it this year, and they went above and beyond the call of duty. It's important for people to come out, obviously, each and every year until we find a cure.
About 1 in 8 women in the U.S. will develop breast cancer over the course of their lifetime. Scary numbers. And why are we giving Bob Harrigan a chance to talk on camera again? All right, this is our show over here, I thought. No, it's always good to hear from Bob. You know, they had a close call, so you know it's good to hear from him, and he's always supportive of these things.
Of course, and of course you have to know that it is not officially the end of hurricane season until the end of next month, which is why we are talking about Tropical Storm Philippe. My goodness, it's already almost November, and we're still dealing with this. And as you can see, this is the system that developed at around 5 o'clock this afternoon. We've been watching it over the past week, and we knew it was coming, but it did actually develop into a tropical storm today at 5. 40-mile-per-hour winds moving towards the north at 29 miles per hour. So this is a fast mover, and it is going to be moving towards the north and then making a quick sweep out into the Atlantic. So that's the good news with Philippe. It's not going to be around for very long, just glancing off the Florida coastline as it moves into the Atlantic. And in the meantime, we've had so much tropical moisture that has been coming on in from the south, and it has been spreading all across the southern sections of Florida and into central Florida. We saw moderate to light rains throughout the day today. It's been a cloudy day, and here's where the system is. So you can see it's going to be continuing to make its way up towards the north and then making a quick move to the northeast, and it will be pushed out of the way by a cold front that's coming on in. In the meantime, we do have tropical storm warnings along the east coast of Florida, along the west coast. Small craft advisories are in effect for our coastline. Here is the cold front, and this frontal system is going to be pushing all of this wet weather. It's a strong one, and it's going to push all of this wet weather out into the Atlantic. It takes Philippe and moves it along the southeastern coastline and out into the Atlantic as well. And this is going to be taking place during the overnight time period, so we still have the rain with us. It's still going to be raining throughout the early morning hours this morning. And then by about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, things are going to start to clear out and looking awfully nice for us for tomorrow. But in the meantime, today it was just kind of an all-day slog. If you had to drive in this weather, you know it wasn't very pleasant. And of course, it was not a great beach day. Nobody wanted to be at the beach under these kinds of conditions. And tonight we're going to continue to see light to moderate rains. We're going to get some breaks in those showers as well. But by about midnight tonight, things start to clear on out for us. Then that cold front comes on through, and it's going to push things out of the way. And by tomorrow, we start to see some clearing skies. Some cooler weather will be coming on in, and very strong winds as well. Today, because we did get a little bit of sunshine, we saw a high of 78 degrees. Right now it's 70. The humidity is high. The dew point's right around 69 degrees, and we've got those winds coming in out of the east-southeast at around 10 miles per hour. And I understand, Adam, I need to be tossing over to you. We've got a break in a story. We're going to talk about that.
Yes, Wendy, thank you very much. We mentioned earlier in the shows that there will be a possible press briefing for that shooting in North Sarasota. That is happening right now. We're going to go straight to that live.
Then fled westbound. We have multiple descriptions of vehicles. We also heard that they ran on foot. As you can imagine, there's multiple witnesses we're trying to interview right now and get that information. The victim then retreated back to the home where he was transported as a trauma alert to Sarasota Memorial Hospital. I don't have information on his status right now, but of course we're hoping that he's going to be okay. That's the basics of what we know right now. And with that, I'll take any questions you might have.
So were the people who started shooting,
Were they related to this baby shower in any way? Were they there for the party? What was the connection?
It's really difficult to say, and it is important that I mention it appears to be an isolated incident. So thank you for bringing that up. We don't believe the public is in any harm right now because we believe this is isolated. Those suspects just approached that residence and they fled. We don't know what the connection is or if there is any connection. Like I said, we've got probably at least 20 witnesses to interview, and we're trying to gather as much information as we can.
You mentioned this already, but talk again about who was hit and what injuries were sustained.
There was a gentleman who was exiting the incident location, the residence, and he was approached by 3 black males wearing hoodies. That's the most description I've gotten at this time. He fled the opposite direction and was struck multiple times. He was then transported via a trauma alert. And as deputies responded, we also called out our K-9 unit and our aviation unit, Air 1, who flew above to try to set a perimeter and look for these suspects, unfortunately to no avail. So we're still looking for the individuals, the suspects in this incident.
That person who was hit, what is their current condition?
I don't have an update on his current condition. Again, it was a trauma alert, so I would say pretty serious injuries. We're hoping he's going to be okay.
Can you tell us more about his relationship to the gathering that was happening?
Not at this time. I want to keep that kind of sensitive because we don't know what his status is. And again, there's a lot of players involved here and a lot of people. So I want to be responsible with that information.
Do people around here need to be concerned that there are 3 gunmen on the loose?
You know, that's a tough question to answer, and it's a fair question. But again, based on the information we have right now, this was an isolated incident. The people approached this specific home, and then they fled the other way. So we feel confident at this point in the investigation that it's isolated, and those individuals have taken off. But we do ask anyone in the community who might have information. These suspects did flee on foot. So if any of these nearby residents saw anything or have any information, we urge them to contact us. Our criminal investigations hotline is 861-4900. Again, that number is 861-4900. And as always, you can submit a tip anonymously through Crime Stoppers if you're more comfortable doing it that way.
All right, that was Sarasota County Sheriff's Office spokesperson Caitlin Perez updating us on that shooting incident. For those of you who may have missed the beginning of that press conference or just joining us, the Sheriff's Office saying that this was an isolated incident. They do not believe the public is in danger. That occurred around the Honore and Wilkinson intersection in North Sarasota. A baby shower was the place where that crime took place. There were 3 suspects in black hoodies, as described by the Sheriff's Office. They targeted one victim who was attending that baby shower but leaving, and then those suspects fled on foot. But again, the Sheriff's Office does not believe the public is in danger at this time. Well, there's more to come here on ABC 7. We're going to take a quick break. Stick around.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Medicare's annual election period has begun. If you already have Medicare, new benefits may now be available with no copays, no deductibles, or $0 premiums. Call now to speak to a licensed insurance agent who can help guide you step by step through a free analysis of the benefits available to you. And you may be eligible for plans that even include additional coverage for dental, vision, and prescription drugs. MedicareAdvantage.com searches thousands of insurance plans from leading insurance companies. We'll help you find plans that may cost you less, cover more benefits, and give you more choices, like home delivery of your prescriptions, gym memberships, and even over-the-counter allowances for everyday needs, like antacid, allergy medicine, vitamins, and even toothpaste. Don't miss the deadline to enroll. It's time to get more out of Medicare.
Call 800-579-3380. That's 800-579-3380. 800-579-3380. Call now.
To be able to just get my son here and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
It's no secret, the Suncoast is growing. It's attractive to developers and new residents. A waterfront location can be really expensive for some.
I think $1 a year is outdated. We simply can't afford that kind of largesse.
Some are paying next to nothing for a prime location. Are you footing the bill?
Welcome to the city of Sarasota, where bayfront property can be rented for $1 a year.
I'm Ray Collins. We'll explain.
An ABC 7 investigation Monday at 6.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now, 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC 7 shows on your streaming device.
And last tonight, a team of digital artists and musicians are collaborating to usher in the Halloween holiday with a dazzling stop-motion pumpkin video years in the making. That display living up to the name Oh My Gourd, featuring dozens of pumpkins, each of which were carved, gutted, positioned, lit, and photographed. Each frame was then stitched together to create a haunting display. What do you do once this project is over? I mean, you spend so much time. It is really cool, though.
It is really cool. Isn't that something?
Impressive.
Well, and we're going to have very great fall-like weather over this upcoming week. It's absolutely going to be beautiful. Tomorrow, a little blustery. Blustery is the word, 72.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value, free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. The IRS is cracking down on those who owe back taxes. They send out devastating letters, garnish paychecks, and even put liens on your home or business. You may have heard of it. It's called enforced compliance. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists who will negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms and can negotiate a tax settlement with the IRS. It's that simple. And if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars, finally ending your financial stress. Now is the time for a fresh start. Now is the time to call Tax 10,000. 800-699-3188. That's 800-699-3188. Call now.
At Humana, we believe great things are ahead of you when you start with healthy. And part of staying healthy means choosing the right Medicare plan. Humana can help. With Original Medicare, you're covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits when you're sick, but keep in mind you'll have to pay a deductible for each. A Medicare supplement plan can cover your deductibles and coinsurance, but you may pay higher premiums than you do with other plans, and prescription drug coverage isn't included. But with an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get all that coverage plus Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable monthly plan premium, and in some areas, no plan premium. It's all described in this free book and DVD. Call for yours and discover how an all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan from Humana could save you money. Call 1-855-395-9803. That's 1-855-395-9803 now.
I'm Alan Cohn. Properties in Sarasota. The city owns over 200 properties. Some are being rented out for $1 a year. A wasted opportunity?
Monday on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com.